See, when I read that, everything is true.
So if you've been scrolling through Avatar TikTok lately, you know that Netflix confirmed, or basically confirmed, that Sokka is Suyin's father. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, what happened in order for this to happen? I feel like maybe like Sokka and Toph like had an affair with each other. And maybe they like kept it a secret because Katara never mentioned Suyin, and I feel like Katara would want to know Sokka's daughter. So maybe like they just didn't tell anybody because they both had like spouses at the time. And maybe that's why, like, in the flashbacks, when we see, like, Toph and her kids, there's no husband, because, like, maybe, like, they, like, had a divorce because he knew that that wasn't his kid. And, like, they said that Sokka and Suki went and lived in the suburbs, so, like, maybe, like, Toph didn't even tell Sokka? Did Suki die later in the suburbs? Like, Sokka ends up dying eventually, so he can't take care of Suyin. Like, I just don't know, and it's pretty interesting that they just left it up in the air, because it's like, there's so many possibilities. Like, how did this happen?
So you may have seen this video.
This makes Baron Trump Zuko.
And in that video, I got a ton of comments asking, who's Uncle Iroh? Who's Avatar Roku? Who's Azula? And here's my incomplete list of who's who in the Avatar universe, IRL. So first off, Fire Nation. It's most definitely the American government and the Trump family. Next are the Air Nomads. And they are, unfortunately, the victims of police brutality. Next, the Southern Water Tribe is Native and Indigenous people. But the Northern Water Tribe is witches. Which leads me to the Earth Kingdom, being the girls and the gays. Next, the Dai Li is the police. Azula but dumber is Donald Trump Jr. Uncle Iroh, and hear me out on this one, Mary Trump. She did write that book. Avatar Roku is obviously Obama. Max Jongjong is Owl Girl AOC. This one makes me laugh. Boomy is most certainly Bernie Sanders. Part 2.
Hey, bro, look, it's a shooting star.
Wee!
Yo, make a wish, make a wish.
I wish I was dead. Oh no.
Zuko had more outfits than anyone else in Team Avatar. You can't restore your honor if you ain't cute. The gang is waiting for breakfast. Wow, Katara, you look great in that outfit. Wait, what are you trying to pull, Toph? No, I'm being serious. I can just tell you look especially great today. How can you tell? Zuko's blood pressure? There's something off about her. I can't explain it, but she's slipping. Homegirl was in the middle of a Macbeth-level psychotic breakdown, and Zuko had to say was, "Hey, bitch, you looking a little different these days." I love him. 8-year-old me trying to waterbend like Katara. Zuko waiting all night outside Katara's tent. I can't go in there, that's rude. Zuko patiently waiting beside sleeping Iroh. I can't wake him up, that's rude. Zuko barging in Sokka's tent unannounced. Hey Sokka, tell me about your dead mom. Season 2 Zuko does something morally correct. His entire body.
To the moon! To the moon! To the moon! To the tide! To the tide! Sister tribe! Southern water tribe! To our union! To our union! With the Fire Nation! And the hope that we survive! We survive! We survive! We will always! Water tribe! To be happy in the sky, and I know you may save the water tribe, my girlfriend save the water tribe. That's rough, buddy.
Lord Chamberlain, may I request an audience with the regent and ministers of the cabinet? It's about 2 foreigners who came to Lhasa.
Laugh at everything he says, even if it's not funny.
Well, that sounds really shallow and stupid. Let's try it.
Okay. Hey there, sweet sugar cakes. How you liking this party?
In my vision, I saw a girl in a white dress with a pet flying boar. That's Toph, buddy. You muzzled Appa? Avatar Kyoshi. The gang. The gong. Anytime the gang gets into trouble, Get to the upper. No one can metal bend. Toph. That sign can't stop me because I can't read. She do be blind though. The Avatar.
Welcome to the Fire Lord's office. Appointment, complaint, or other? Finally, a complaint. All right. Be as mean and specific as possible. Mean is especially important. Just for the Fire Lord to know. So let me get this straight. You wasted your time and mine by saying your complaint is that the Fire Lord is too awesome.
Laugh at everything he says, even if it's not funny.
Well, that sounds really shallow and stupid. Let's try it.
Okay. Hey there, sweet sugar cakes. How you liking this party?
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
See, when I read that, everything is true.
So I just had the thought that something like this went down. So Kai would be like, Asami, when are you gonna ask Korra out? And Asami would be like, what? No, like, how do you know? And Kai would be like, you built a statue of her. Everyone knows.
How old are Legend of Korra characters? First up we got Korra, and she's 17 in book 1. Next up is Asami, who's 18 in book 1. Mako is also 18 in book 1. Bolin, on the other hand, is 16 in book 1. Aang's son, aka Tenzin, is 51. Toph's daughter, aka Lin, is 50. Amon the Bloodbender at will is 40. Jinora is 10 in book 1, but 11 when she gets her airbending master tattoos. Katara is 85, and Zuko is 87.
Today's topic is lightning bending. More specifically, why can Mako lightning bend? Lightning bending was once reserved for the members of the royal family. But after the events of Avatar, Zuko allowed it to be learned. This is for industrialization purposes. Tomorrow's subject is lava bending. Follow for that discussion. Why is metal bending so common in the Legend of Korra? Well, the answer is plain and simple. Toph created a metal bending academy. She taught her students how to metal bend. It's not hard to metal bend, but nobody had ever figured out how to. So Toph taught everybody. But lightning bending, I'll be covering that tomorrow because that's more complicated. So follow for the explanation. Bumi and Toph actually fought in Avatar. It took place in the comics during Sozin's Comet. They were trying to see who the best earthbender was, Toph or Bumi. They ended up having to call the fight off. It went for too long and nobody won. Who do you think would have won this fight?
I can guess what you're into based off of your favorite Avatar character. If your favorite character is Ty Lee, you're definitely into white girls. If your favorite is Zuko, then you have daddy issues. If it's Aang, you're like 12 or a pedophile. If it's Appa, you have immaculate taste. If it's Katara, well, this is awkward.
So recently I was just watching The Legend of Korra and I noticed something very interesting. Also, spoiler warning for those of you who haven't seen it. So we're all aware who Avatar 1 is, the first Avatar. Well, when he gets kicked off the lion turtle and has to go into the spirit wilds, he goes to this place. It's sort of a little oasis for the spirits, and he was invited there, and it sort of got me thinking about something. This is the spirit oasis at the North Pole where the moon and ocean spirits live. And it looks sort of familiar. Now, I'm not saying they're the same place or whatever, but they do look very familiar. Could they be the same place? Sure, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't care what your sexuality is or what you think of The Legend of Korra, whether you thought it was a good show or bad show.
Did Korra and Asami eventually end up together? Now, if you watch The Legend of Korra, they sort of left it ambiguous at the end where they walked into the spirit portals. The short answer is yes, they are a couple. They couldn't directly say that while it was airing on Nickelodeon for obvious reasons, but they actually mentioned it in the comics. Here are a few panels from the comics of them just being a normal couple. And here's another one of Kaya finding out that they are a couple. But overall, Korra and Asami did end up together after The Legend of Korra ended.
Take the wheel.
That's a great idea. Let the blind girl steer the giant airship.
I was talking to Suki.
That would make a lot more sense.
Sokka, you've got an elbow leech.
Where?
Where do you think?
Oh, the bad one. Yellow mama savage. Making you bitches look average. If she want it, she can have it.
And why aren't you in uniform?
We're all starting to get a little worried about you.
You've been awake too long.
And you're acting downright weird.
You've got to take care of yourself. You can't go on like this.
Yeah, leave the kid alone.
Hey, who asked you?
Guys, come on.
No, I am sick of this guy always mouthing off and telling me what to do.
Oh, you don't like it? Well, let's go right now!
You're the only person other than the Avatar who can possibly defeat the Father Lord.
You mean the Fire Lord?
That's what I just said.
Just taking Naga out for a stroll. Don't worry, we're not going far.
Dance like a god. Dance like a god. Dance like a god.